I'm going to be talking about vermiculture. And why worms? Well, because I found that worms are the most efficient composting agents there is. I've composted in the yard, at buried ditches. I've always had problems with critters and fire ants. So finally I decided to try my hand at vermiculture, and I have been very pleased ever since. Yes. Raven is making an appearance. Say hi to everyone, Raven. All right, very good. So that's Raven. She likes helping me in the garden. So how do you start with worms? How do you compost with worms? Well, I started out with a couple of bins like this. So you start out with 2 bins, one, and they sit one inside the other. You drill holes because they produce a lot of moisture when they compost. So the compost itself produces a lot of moisture. And you want the top bin that the worms live in to drain out. So you have your bin. Imagine this one's got holes, and then I have another one, which I don't, but I'm just kind of showing you how it works. And then you put down, take newspaper, tear it up, wet it, but not so wet that it's, you want it wet, but not too wet. You mix in some leaves. If you're a gardener already, you might have peat moss or coconut coir that really holds the moisture well. Again, you don't want it drenched, but what we're doing is we're making a bed for the worms, okay? Worms, what you want to get are red wigglers. Red wigglers you can get at the hardware store that sells fishing supplies. They have red wigglers, or you can buy them online. And here's some, where'd they go? I have some red wigglers, there we go. This is from my bin outside, you see there they are. And so once this is wet, because they need a wet environment, you put them in there with the bedding. Okay, say this is your bedding and you've got your worms in there. You put enough compost to maybe fill in 1/3 of the bin, and you cover it up. So imagine this is my compost here. I put it in there. Okay, there's my compost. It's got worms in it. They're kind of creepy crawling around in there. And then make sure to keep the odor down, you cover it up. Okay, you cover it up with paper, leaves, whatever. You've got to cover it up with some kind of carbon base. And what that does is it keeps the smell down. And within a week, your compost, all your coffee grounds and onion skins and sweet potato rinds and whatever, they're all going to be gone. And they're going to be changed into black dirt. All right, and at some point you go ahead and harvest that and spread it in your plants and your potted plants and your garden on your fruit trees and your house plants, and everybody's going to be very happy. So there you have it, a short intro to vermiculture. I've got a little bit more written up on the blog and some books that you might want to read to get more information. Thank you for watching.